All right, so you know what day it is. It is Friday. So it's time for a weekly review of the trades that I've taken this week, my P&L, what all happened, and where I stand this week in the market. So let's just take a dive into it and we can go from there. All right, I'm gonna start right here. My total P&L for last week, this week. From the 9th to the 18th, I have made $1,900, almost $2,000 this week. And this all comes from being consistent, being disciplined, and being patient in a strategy and a plan. I'm telling you, this channel is not here to glorify the wins and glorify, profits, withdrawing payouts, and those things. But I want to really reach those traders and make a diary for myself from January to the end of the year to see where I'm at. And so other people can see that it is possible. This is possible, but you have to not just focus so much on the technicals of trade win percentages, the way average win loss, your P&L. No, that is not what you focus on. You focus on yourself being a better person, coming every day, erasing yesterday, and focusing on the day that is at hand. Can I be consistent again? Can I be disciplined in what I say? Can I stick to my non negotiables? Can I stick to my trading plan? That is what's going to make you a profitable trader. Your belief is what's going to make you a profitable trader. Knowing that you already have it before you have it. And when I say that is, what do you want? And whatever that is that you want, you have to do the things that that person is doing now before you even have it, and before you know it you are going to be where you want. And so yeah, just a little tidbit, but I made $1,900 this week, and these are the trades. Made 756 on Tuesday. I made 115 on Wednesday, $910 on Thursday, and $169 today, but technically it was an Asian session yesterday. So, well, Asian session this today, but it was yesterday. And so ending the week with $1,900. So, and this is what qualified me for a payout. And so if you look here, this is my dashboard and I am qualified for a payout. So I'm just going to request that, but I'll make a whole nother video about that. But let's go over these trades that I took for the week. So if we take a look at my journal, this is my trading journal that I journal throughout the week. You see on the 12th, I took a gold buy, and that was one of my setups, the breakout. And the breakout, it just simply it looks like this. So a breakout is a consolidation or a key level where price closes above that key level. It has to close above either on the 15 or the 30 minute, and it comes back and retests or gives me a good lower wick and then re-breaks that previous candle high. And this is my entry. This is my stop loss, depending on how the candle broke through. If it made a steep lower wick, then the current level is my stop loss, and I just take those profits. And so if you look back here, most of my winning trades are off of breakouts. That's just the price action that we've been having. So on Tuesday, well, on the 12th, I took gold buys and I secured 10 pips at halfway, or took partials, and I closed the rest of the full at 10. Let my runners run and made and secured 20 pips. On the 13th, I took NQ. I told you guys I'm gonna be trading gold in NQ, but NQ was just giving some nice price action. So I took some sales on the breakout of the previous candle on the 15-minute time frame, risk full, and it was a breakout as well. The same looks um, on the bearish side as well, and I secured 10 pips and close the rest. Let the rest run for 20 total pips. Gold, I took a celery play. I'll have to show you guys what that celery play looks like. And then I secured. I let that one move very quick because it was a lot of volume. I believe that was a New York session, and it was 20 pips. secured 20 pips, got the W on that one. And then on the 15th, I took NQ again, got a breakout on the sales, secured a total of 40 pips, and then gold yesterday I took onion and got and secured those profits. And so if we take a look at what I'm doing now is I'm starting to actually journal these down. And so the first play, which was that breakout, breaking out of that key level. So I caught this breakout and wanted to close, but got wicked in before I could close. I was in drawdown at most like $400. So I originally caught the breakout, I think right here, and then this with that wick, and then it started to come down, almost stopped me out, and then just pushed up. I doubled in once it rebroke this candle's high, because the probability of it breaking this low and then it re-breaking that high was just a double confirmation to get back in if I would have gotten stopped out. So I set a stop by and 10, and I originally my position was 20 MGCs, and it pushed higher, and I trailed my stop loss and made $270. And the next one, which was CPI day, it came in today. It came in and pushed up, targeting key levels. As you see here, it targeted these key levels and created a strong resistance. It targeted key levels, retraced a little bit, and created a strong support. It broke through that support, closed, and then that's when I ended up that support here. It closed below. I waited for that steep wick, top wick, and it broke that previous candle, and I took those sales to fill this range here, and I made $500 off of that. The next trade was gold, had a strong push down and was closing on the 4 hour. I originally wanted to take buys for the new 4 hour, which you see it eventually played out, but at the time, it created a top wick before closing down, but the current candle I was waiting for already pushed up, creating a top wick for the 4 hour and close as a celery. So this big steep wick right here, I missed this play, but it closed underneath this support as a celery. I didn't get it on the 30 so you can see, but it closed as a celery. And so I was wanting it to close and fill this range here. And so I capitalized off of that. I made 194 as I was trailing my stop loss as well. And so NQ, this is my fourth trade. NQ pushed up after news and reached a 4 hour high, as you can see here, and it began to retrace a bit. Once again, this looks similar to this trade here, but in the bearish side, it created a strong resistance, broke through, got in on that. But here, it created a strong support, broke through that, closed underneath that support, and I got in on these wick fills here, and price moved so fast I ended up making 900 on that one. And then this one to top the icing on the cake, price took liquidity. This is nothing but a liquidity grab after the markets open, going into Asian session. It grabbed all of these liquidities, getting buyers into it, and once I saw price break back underneath these lows, that is when I capitalized on taking these sales, waited for a top, and broke that previous candle and shot down. And I made 100. All I needed to make was 150 to secure my payouts for the week, and I ended up making 169. And so this is all just coming from creating a plan, sticking to that plan, being disciplined, being patient. Last week we didn't take as many trades. That's because the playbook setups wasn't giving us the opportunities. But when you have these times where playbook gives the opportunities, you have to commit. Like I said, last week was defense. This week I was on the offense. I was pushing that ball up the court. I was going. I was just trying to capitalize on all the playbook setups that I can, because you have to take advantage when the playbook presents itself. It's a probability game, so if you can win in the long term, probability wise, then more than you lose, then you know it's the next setup is very random. You don't know if you're gonna win, you don't know if you're gonna lose, but you have to take that trade. So these are all the trades, and as you can see, just killed it this week. $1,951. So yeah, and we have secured a payout. So I will request this payout soon. And yeah, we're good to go, man. Lovely, lovely week. We're gonna enjoy this weekend. We're gonna do some back testing. We're gonna do some studying. We're gonna do some reevaluations. This week is my 2 week evaluation of trading. So I have questions that I have to ask myself. I have to see where I am along with my trading plan, and I have to evaluate where I am and what things that I can work on. Because you only get better by looking back at data, looking back at the things that you've done. This is why I record. This is why I'm making this diary, because you have to look back and understand, hey, I could have done this better. Maybe I shouldn't have taken 19 trades on this day. I was up already 1,000 X, Y, and Z. So these are the things that you have to do. These small, minute things that are not sexy or not appeasing. Those are the things that are gonna make you profitable. They don't want to tell you that, but that is what's gonna make you profitable. It's a game, and you just have to know how to play that game. So it just doesn't stop with just one payout. This is just one of many that I will get this year. I have goals set. I have places I want to be in this trading journey, and that's where we're gonna go, and that's what we're shooting for. So all glory be to God, and let's have a great weekend. Rest up, reevaluate, get yourself prepared, plan, and let's do it. Stay patient, stay consistent, and stay disciplined.